JBN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, security guards shot in ATM robbery in stable condition. The 4 security guards shot in an attack by gunmen in Portmore on Sunday are in stable condition. The victims were largely shot in their limbs. Most of the injuries are not believed to be life-threatening. Senior Superintendent of Police, SSP Stephanie Lindsay, while addressing reporters, stated that while members of the public are understandably concerned about Senior Superintendent of Police SSP Stephanie Lindsay, while addressing reporters, stated that while members of the public are understandably concerned about their safety, the latest attacks on security guards appear to be targeted. She says while no system is foolproof, the police will have discussions with Beryllium about its operations.
We know that when something like this happens, persons are genuinely concerned about an incident like this. It's one of the ATM that is very well used, and we're very thankful at this time that more persons weren't injured given the level of gunfire that we see based on the evidence here at the scene. No other persons were injured. So we know that persons will have concerns, but I know that the local police, they will be, and they have started the discussion and will be in discussion with the banks. We know that the banks, they also have their own security systems that they do. So it's just that they will be discussing it some more. We can see how brazen these criminals are becoming, more brazen. So whatever system you put in, sometimes it's not foolproof, so they will still try to breach it. So even as we speak to individuals, we still ask them to be cautious. Based on what we've seen is that they are not targeting the individuals who are utilizing the bank per se. They are more inclined to be targeting the courier, the Beryllium. The 2 incidents that we saw, it was directed at the company that transports the money. Well, I know that discussion was had, and discussion will be had with the security company. As I said, there's no system that is foolproof. So in cases like these, the senior managers from the force will engage senior managers from that company. The local officer on the scene will, based on their local knowledge and based on the information that they have, they will also provide briefs. So it's about they'll have to go to the table and have some discussion to see what happened, do some post-mortem, look at the systems that are in place, because no systems are foolproof, and to see if we can make recommendations from our side about security measures that can be implemented. And so the dialogue continues, but as I said, there's no foolproof system, so there will be a lot of discussion between the security company and the police.
Cops search for a boyfriend after a woman's ex-lover killed in Westmoreland. A Westmoreland man is being sought by the police following the killing of his girlfriend's ex-lover in Grangeville, Morgansbridge, Westmoreland on Saturday. The ex-lover, 38-year-old Ian Salmon, was stabbed to death when he visited a son he had with the woman, police are reporting. Reports received are that about 11 a.m., the ex-lover went to see his son. Reports received are that about 11 a.m., the ex-lover went to see his son. Police said while there, he was reportedly attacked and stabbed several times. Someone was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Police said the woman's boyfriend fled the scene after the incident and is currently being sought by the authorities. The police are trying to determine the reason for the attack. Hanover shopkeeper stabbed to death. A Hanover shopkeeper was stabbed to death at his business establishment in Hopewell District, Sandy Bay on Saturday. Police reported that about 5:45 p.m., 21-year-old Christopher Hibbert was inside his business place when a man visited him. Shortly after, both men were seen in a physical confrontation. Following the altercation, Hibbert was seen suffering from what appeared to be multiple stab wounds. It was discovered that a ratchet knife was used to stab the businessman several times. He was assisted to a hospital where he died while undergoing treatment. The police have since been seeking to apprehend the alleged killer who fled the area. Taxi driver and passenger shot in St. Elizabeth. 2 men were shot and injured by a gunman on Saturday morning in Locovia, St. Elizabeth. The gunman reportedly shot up a vehicle at the entrance to the Dry Harbor Main Road in Locovia. One of the injured men is the taxi operator who was the driver of the vehicle at the time of the shooting incident, while the other is a male passenger. The Corporate Communications Unit confirmed the shooting. Reports are that the Toyota Noah was shot up by men who were traveling in a Nissan AD wagon. Both occupants of the vehicle were injured and rushed to the Black River Hospital by a taxi operator. Their condition could not be ascertained up to this afternoon. 3 men injured in Birdsucker Lane drive-by shooting. 3 men were left nursing wounds following a drive-by shooting on Birdsucker Lane off Barbican Road in St. Andrew on Saturday evening. According to the police, the men were at a bar when a car drove up and the occupants shot at them. The men were rushed to hospital after the incident. Their conditions are still unknown. Up to 6:30 p.m. Saturday, investigators were present and the road was cordoned off and closed to vehicular traffic. Residents and passers-by flocked the outskirts of the lane, inquiring about the shooting. Also, several business operators closed their shops following the incident. A constabulary of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit said, "We can confirm the incident, but the names of the victims are being withheld." Guns and ammo seized during operations in St. Thomas. 2 guns and several rounds of ammunition were seized following operations in White Horses and Hampstead in St. Thomas on Friday, March 17. Reports are that about 6:30 a.m., a team of officers was on an operation when they went to a house in the White Horses community. On their arrival, a search of the premises was conducted and 1 Beretta 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 14 rounds of ammunition was found in a bag in the ceiling of the house. The gun and ammunition were seized and the 3 male occupants who occupied the house were taken into custody. During the second operation, about 5:58 p.m., a premises in Hampstead in the parish was searched. During the search, 1 man was seen throwing an object inside the house. It was retrieved and found to be 1 Glock 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 25 rounds of ammunition. All 4 occupants of this premises were taken into custody. The identities of those taken into custody from both operations are being withheld pending further investigations. Bar robbed in Portmore. Robbers made off with liquor, cigarettes, and an undetermined sum of cash following a hold-up at a bar in Westchester and Portmore, St. Catherine, Saturday night. The police have reported that 3 men posing as customers entered the premises around 9:30 p.m. and ordered a cigarette. The strange order reportedly arose the suspicion of the female bartender. She then told them she was closing up for the day, but one of the men brandished a gun and demanded valuables. The hoodlums escaped on foot after forcing open 4 roulette boxes and taking other items. 3 Kingston men charged following gun and ammo seizure. 3 men have been arrested and charged after they allegedly threw a gun from the car they were traveling in during a police chase on Agley Park Road in Kingston on Sunday, March 5. Charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition are 24-year-old Odain Lewis of McIntyre Villa, 25-year-old Tara Sutherland of Upper Elliston Road, and 28-year-old Courtney Henry of Fleet Street, all in Kingston. Reports are that about 4:30 p.m., lawmen were on an operation in the area when they saw a Toyota Camry motor car with the 3 accused aboard. The driver was signaled to stop. However, he disobeyed the police team and sped off. During a police pursuit, one of the men was reportedly seen throwing an object from the vehicle at the intersection of Hagley Park and Walton Park Road. The object was retrieved and revealed to be a Glock 26 pistol with a magazine containing 9 rounds of ammunition. The vehicle was later intercepted on Norman Lane in Kingston 13. The occupants, Lewis, Sutherland and Henry, were taken into custody and charged after a question and answer session in the presence of their attorneys. Their court dates have not been finalized. Adams lashes state over police pay. Retired Senior Superintendent of Police Renita Adams has come out guns blazing at the government in support of police personnel who have for long been in salary negotiations with the state. Adams argued that the manner in which the police force has been treated in recent time was debasing and suggested that the lawmen were being indirectly motivated to turn to corruption. It would seem to me that when they treat police with this indignity and disrespect, what they are doing really is sending these people to commit acts of atrocities relating to corruption. And nobody realized that this is a travesty of justice as far as I'm concerned, Adams said.
I was in the force, I know the longer you hold policemen's salary and all that. Right, yes, them turn to corruption and means of survival. Everybody knows that because of extreme pressure and circumstance on their budget, they yield to bribe taking or some form of corruption to garner funds to keep them going along. Overall, the treatment of police officers over the last 25 years have been atrocious. I mean in regard to everything. promotion, training, proper placement, staffing. I mean, you know, their salaries, you know, there's no motivation, you know, they are not respected. And the force has been underdeveloped for a very long time. And it's not by accident, it's by design.
Trelawney residents to be educated in conflict resolution. As residents struggle to come to grips with Sunday's gun slaying of 2-year-old Adrian Campbell in Clarkstown, Trelawney, the parish police commander, Superintendent Winston Milton, is urging residents to aim to settle disputes without resorting to violence. We are concerned about the inability of residents to deal with domestic issues, noted Milton, who said the police will be embarking on a sensitizing program where community members will be educated on how to deal with domestic disputes. We in the division have decided to embark on a massive program as it relates to conflict resolution with other external stakeholders. This is with a view to changing the culture in the parish where we can prevent incidents such as these, explained Milton. According to Milton, the situation, which led to the death of the child, who was allegedly shot and killed by a man with a dispute with his stepfather, highlights a very serious problem of residents resorting to violence instead of seeking to settle their differences in an amicable way. The situation involved 2 cousins and could have been resolved otherwise if they had chosen to handle it in a peaceful way, said Milton. The problem often starts at the home, where family members are involved in confrontations that lead to violence, said Milton. We're again appealing to neighbors to call the police. Make it your business. Don't wait until someone gets injured or get killed. The Trelawney police also confirmed that 20-year-old Anthony Finley, otherwise called Boy Blue, was officially charged with the murder of the child on Wednesday. He is also charged with illegal possession of a firearm and using a prohibited weapon to commit murder. In the incident in which the child was killed, reports are that at about 7:30 p.m., the child, his mother and his stepfather were sitting in the stepfather's car outside an ice cream shop when the accused man approached the car and pulled a gun from his waist and fired in the direction of the stepfather. The bullet pierced his headrest and struck the child who was behind him. The child was rushed to the Falmouth Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Finlay, who allegedly fled the scene after the shooting, was arrested some 2 hours later during a police operation in Duncans, also in Trelawney. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.